All right, we're live again for another Monday. Welcome, everyone. Things seem to be working better on my end. Hopefully, that continues. I can see myself this week, which is a vast improvement over last week when I could not see myself and had to kind of guess and go based off of my viewers' commentary to let me know where I needed to do things and where I needed to put things up to my camera so that they could be seen. Um, pardon the noise in the background. I'm doing a little cleanup of a project, an earlier project, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It's not too loud. So we'll get started as usual with a kind of showing you what happened with my project from last week as it's finished. So this was the one I made on camera, which Q-tips, not glue, modeling clay, and a pipe cleaner. What I realized afterwards is that this clay, thanks Afra, she doesn't like vacuums. This clay is the kind of clay that does not dry on its own. It has to be baked. Obviously, I'm not baking, I'm not going to be baking Q-tips at a, so it's always going to be soft, which is okay, but it is mean that this part, which is thin to begin with, is breaking a little bit. You can see where it's kind of peeling off here. So I might try and fix that to make it a little bit more secure. So that was the one I made completely on camera. This is the one that I was letting dry. It came out pretty well. This is the one that is made out of paper Q-tips, and Afra does like it. And my pipe cleaner. This one I also, unlike this one where I just layered, you can see it's real thick. I layered them over top of each other and just squashed them together. This one I cut each of my Q-tips in half. And I glued them together. It came out pretty well. The problem, of course, is that even though construction paper is a thicker paper, it is still a relatively thin paper as far as papers go. And you can see like where the glue, especially on the, especially around the pipe cleaner, made a little bit. So what I might suggest, having now done this and seeing what comes of it, it is very secure on there. The little bit of weight I put on worked perfectly. What I might suggest is even using like a white paper or maybe a paper you don't want the color of. Let it dry completely and then color over it. But like with a crayon, marker, I wouldn't do anything too heavy again because you're just going to make the paper wet. And then it'll just kind of meld with the glue and it'll probably not look great. But something like a Crayola marker, a crayon, a colored pencil, something like that probably would work really well to just kind of make this color pop and remove the glue marks that you can see. So that's the follow through on last week's project. This week we are going to make clothespin dragonflies. So very few needed supplies. Obviously the critical one is that you do need a clothespin. Some people will have these. If not, you can craft them. I didn't have them before all this. I picked them up at the beginning of this from one of my coworkers, Megan, who has an amazing supply of stuff in her basement, and I've gotten some of my supplies from her, including the clay. And she gave me a whole bunch of these, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. We will do dragonflies. So the dragonflies are real simple. You basically need just a couple of items. You need a clothespin. You need either a pipe cleaner, or I'm going to use the same yellow paper from last week, because waste not, want not. One or the other. And if you have paper, you need scissors. And then you need something to color your clothespin to make your dragonfly nice and colorful. I'm going to use Sharpies today, but you can use paints. Again, any markers. Crayons and color pencils will work okay because they do on wood, but it won't be as good as something that's really going to soak into the wood. One of the things that soaks into the wood real good. And if you have them, googly eyes are great. You can give your dragonfly little googly eyes. I'm just going to draw little eyeballs for him. Possibly on the sides. And you can decorate just the top. You can decorate the whole thing. I'm gonna make just one, I think, and show you the two different types of wings you can make. So first thing is you take your clothespin. I'm gonna do the pipe cleaner first. So here's my straight pipe cleaner. I'm going to do blue wings. And basically, you want to make like the infinity sign, or kind of an 8. Yes, Afra, an 8 out of your wings. So you're going to kind of flip it around. And I know there's ways to do this where your part that meets is going to be in the center. I am not quite clever enough for that. So I'm going to just do the old pipe cleaner wrap around here. And very simply, those are your wings. And then you make them as centered as possible. And then you just clamp them in. And there you have wings. And even with it over here, it only shows a little bit. So that's very simply the wings. What you can also do is basically cut that same shape out of a piece of paper. I'm just going to trim off some of this excess paper here. So yeah, you're just going to draw, and actually I'm going to draw this ahead of time because that's a little more than my freehand ability can, oh look, there's a convenient pen, than my freehand ability to cut does, because knowing me, I would make this center part too thin, and then it would fall apart. So you can also do, I mean, dragonflies often have kind of the 2 sets of wings. So I mean, you could certainly put another one in here, you know, tilt that one a little bit, put a second set. I kind of like it for these guys, just the simple 1 wing, and I'm just going to do the simple figure 8 for this too. So let's see if I can draw this correctly the first time. Because I'm going to draw them a little different, not quite like a figure 8. More like, you know those things when you have the hoodsies or the little ice cream cups, and that you get the little wooden spoon that's kind of that shape? That's basically the shape you want to draw, and I will show you that shape in a second, because actually this came out pretty well. So there's your shape. You can see one wing's a little bit bigger than the other, but not a big deal. And I actually do have a second clothespin sitting here, so I'm going to just show you with that one. But yeah, the main part of this project is definitely the coloring and decorating of your dragonfly, which is what we will do once I cut these out. Usually I would draw this in pencil, but my pencil keeps moving. I mean, it's my fault my pencil keeps moving, but my pencil keeps moving around the house because it's like the only pencil that I basically use right now, and I'm using it for like 6 different projects. Yeah, so let's see. All right, move that paper out of my way. And here, oh yeah, he actually looks kind of weirdly, but bee-like. But yeah, you can see I really should trim this one down a little bit. Let me see if I can just trim him down just a bit without ruining my slight attempt at symmetry here. Afra approves, I think, because she went quiet. So there. There's your wings if you're doing it with paper. And, you know, honestly, this is very cute. This is just as cute. Yeah, Afra. That's true. I did the wrong thing here. Yeah, Afra does have feelings on the concept of infinity. She likes everything should be infinity. Now, if you are doing the paper, as you can see, it's a little looser. So you can certainly leave it. You can also make it a little bit further out where the clothespin really connects, which would be okay. You could also just do a little bit of glue. Just put a little glue on the paper, slide it in, and it'll glue nicely. I'm going to leave it because I'm going to not actually decorate this one. Maybe that'll be my project for next week, is to have decorated my other dragonfly. But for now, we're going to decorate this little friend. Yeah, as I said, I have Sharpies here. We have a million different colors, so I'm going to just, I think I really want to do some nice bright colors. You know, I have the blue here for the wings, just centering my wings a little bit. So I think I'm going to start with, let's see if yellow works at all on here. It might be so bright on the light colored one that you don't really get anything from it. Let's see. I think that shows up. I mean, my lighting, as I've said before, is not the best in here either. So there's a bit of, you can see the yellow. So yeah, I mean, obviously that section's really easy. because you have the little clothespin like grippy parts. So I think you can see. Yeah, you can see it between the grippy parts. And then, you know, you can do stripes. I think I'm going to do stripes, but you could do certain little polka dots, like up its back. Maybe I'll do stripes on one side, polka dots on the other. I think Afra approves of stripes on one side, polka dots on the other, so that's what we're going to do. And again, I'm going to use a lot of the nice bright colors that we have, because I like bright colors. And you can do varying thicknesses, you know. I'm going to do like a real thick section of, I picked the neon orange and did not realize I picked the neon orange. So, I mean, talk about bright. Oh, nice neon. And yeah, there'll be a little bit of, I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit of bleed. And that's okay. Actually, the orange looks the webcam really dulls that orange out. It is much more blinding in person. But that's okay, the bleed through, because it's actually going to look okay, and you just color over it with your next color that you're going to do down. I'm going to just pause for a second, and I want to do something. I'm going to do, here's a black. I'm going to try and do little, oh god, those eyeballs look awful. Let's see if I can do it better on this side. What I should have done was see, I'm pretty sure we have a less thick. Oh yeah, no, he looks like some sort of like masked bandit. So that experiment didn't work. Yeah, neon is good to do. Because of the way my container is, it's just all of them stuck in here. And since I'm chatting with all of you, I don't look that closely at my colors. I'm just like, oh, I see a cap that's like, here, this looks like a pretty blue. And so I do it and start it before I even like pay attention to it. So also, I'm just going to shout out here, if you enjoy my craft programs, and have, you know, even just a few basic supplies of your own, you know, a lot of the stuff we've been doing, we are doing, on the 18th of this month, we are doing, what we call bad art. We also do them in person when we can be in the library. And basically the concept is, which is kind of actually where I got the idea for this program, even though I was not running the programs in the library when we were having them in the library. The idea is that you can, and actually especially now, is you can make bad art or you can make good art. We really don't care if you make bad art or good art. That's my next color. But it's a time to kind of make no judgment, I think is maybe actually a better word for it. No judgment art. We do it on Zoom. And you basically just use whatever you have in your house to make some sort of art. And the other people who are there, if you have come in having no idea what you want to make, that's okay too. I did last time. And I came in having no idea what I wanted, and I was like, here's some of the supplies I have. And with the help of the other participants in Bad Art, both librarians and just other people, I made a really cool, I don't think I have him within handy reach, but I think I did show him off on here. I made a really cool little angry robot guy who makes me laugh. He has a little like helmet. And I mean, it's nothing else it's nothing I'm ever going to probably really display, maybe in the safety of my bedroom. But he was cute, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, if you're interested, it is mostly for adults, but if a kid wants to attend with an adult, we do not say no. Last time, our assistant director and her daughter, who's in elementary school, they attended, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, that's the level we do. I'm actually running it. So I can promise you that it is a lot. It's very similar to this, very low key, no pressure art. So if you want to, you know, just have fun, you don't have to share it at the end if you don't want to. Please sign up and join us. I would love to have you. Because, as I said, it's really fun. And We all have fun with it. There's a bunch of the librarians who do it. And yeah, no pressure. No pressure art. Because if it's not bad, we also don't judge. If you look back... Yes, Afra. Thank you. Sorry, I went too long without acknowledging her. Yes, Afra. Afra really likes bad art too. So yeah, feel free to join us. And if you look back on our social media a ways back, there are some of the bad art from last time is up, especially on our Instagram. I think on our Facebook too. So you can see kind of the level of, some people did some really, really good art, and then there's my robot, which was not good art, which was acceptable art, fun art, but not good art. All right, I'm going to show you what I've been doing while I've been chatting about this. So I've gotten down to here on him with all his little different stripies. I did purposely do the blue across the blue to kind of add a nice little bit of symmetry there. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do, ooh, that's just a regular magenta, but it looks so nice. You know, I'm gonna do his whole nose with that because I like that color so much. It's like a pinky magenta. There's his whole nose I did. And this, as I said, be aware that this dulls out the colors massively. The one right above it too, which is like just looks like some sort of like weird void, is this nice metallic silver Sharpie. So the metallics go really well on this. But that one did too, actually. That one, for some reason, really like soaked in. So now I'm going to flip them over. And on the bottom, I'm going to do a bunch of just circles. Different color circles down his back. If I was painting, this is true. Alyssa commented that Afra needs affirmations, and she does. If I don't acknowledge her, she will just keep going until I acknowledge her. So I try not to forget to acknowledge. Yeah, I try not to forget to acknowledge you. Yeah, because actually it helps. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of circles. I don't think because of the bleed, got a blue, regular classic blue out here, that I'm going to. Ooh, that blue is. I think that classic blue is dying. Maybe it's just the material that I'm doing it on. Ooh, there's a red. Red is good. And we're going to do a green. And let's see what we do. Now, I'm tempted, but I don't think, as I was starting to say before I got off on Afra needing affirmations, is I'm tempted to do take one color and go around the outside of my circles. But I don't think I'm going to, because I think with the bleed and everything, it'll just make it look a little weird. But I'm going to hold it up when I'm done here with my circles. I actually hold it up before I'm even done, just to show you what I've done so far. There's my circles. I don't think I'm going to do a border around these circles. Like, I think I'm just going to do circles. And I'm not going to color in the rest of it around it. Yeah. I'm surprised Afra hasn't picked up more library words. There was a comment that she needed to pick up some library words. And I'm kind of surprised she hasn't, just because I've been working in this room or the next room next to her for, as you all know, quite a while now. And so you'd think she might have picked up some stuff. But no. She is, it's not library specific, but she is starting to pick up some Dungeons & Dragons terms, because I play Dungeons & Dragons with the YAs, the library YAs, every Friday afternoon. And I'm pretty sure from the way she reacts to some of the stuff that they do, that she is picking up some of those terms. There's just, she hasn't said anything distinct, but some of the stuff she says has been very, very much, I'm attempting to say a word and I haven't quite figured out how to say it yet. So, I suspect it's coming. She's definitely still full on language acquisition bird. Alright, so let me show you, see what you guys think. So I have have all my dots down the bottom. I don't think I'm going to color in all the, like, basically negative space, the blank space around it, because, again, I don't know if I can show it. You can, yeah, you can kind of see, like, that one, that pinkish one, the pink one. You can really see the bleed here. I also like how this looks like I'm wearing, like, a superhero mask around the wing. And I think if I try and do colors around the outside, it's going to bleed so much that it'll kind of ruin my circles. So we're just going to do the circles. That being said, I do have some side space. So we're going to do a little side space. Maybe fix those eyeballs. I think I'm just going to make them straight black. Yeah, that actually looks better. Goodness gracious, he just looks a little demented. It doesn't really look better on this side, but it does look better on this side. Just have a little black eyeball. He also makes him look a little like evil. So apparently I'm making an evil dragonfly, as if that's even a thing, which, who knows. And for here, yes, Afra, I know. She thinks that I should do long sections in one color, but then do different colors on the matching long sections. So a long section up here, but do a different color in the long section down here. She's gone quiet, so I think I got it right. So we're going to just color that in. What I'm not going to do is, like, what I'm not going to color in is, like, these intersections. And well, if I can remember what color I used on the ends, which I think I used this metallic. Yeah, Afra. So I did use this metallic kind of magenta on there, and I think I just used the regular blue. Yep. I'll just do a little bit of regular blue to continue my circle on here. Yeah, I think that other blue's just dying because this blue's working just fine. All right, so I've done the ends. Oh, but what I think I am going to do is I'm not going to match here and here, but I am going to match here and here. So I'm starting to cover myself in Sharpie. Of course I am. I'm surprised I haven't gotten more Sharpie on me, honestly. So, yeah. So now you can see there is blue here and the matching blue there. And we'll do maybe orange. We'll go back to that neon orange. I like that neon orange. I'm going to do the very front part of it. Part of it is the neon orange. I almost forgot my own rule, which was that I wasn't going to do the same on the bottom one. I just want to do it the same on the other side. I'm just going to color him. Ooh, my wings came apart because I'm bending them. That's okay. That's an easy fix. As you can see, my wings came apart, but that's an easy fix. So I will fix that in a minute. But I'm not going to bother to fix it until I'm done with my coloring, because I'm probably honestly just going to make the mess again. Alright, so we're going to do some red up until that point. I'm just going to, I think, finish the top part, and then I'll finish the lower part for that. That is supposed to be a red. That does not look like red on this webcam, but I swear to you, it is just your very classic red Sharpie. Nope, not that color. What I'm trying to do is not, like, use the same color right next to itself, like if it's up on the top or the bottom. So we're going to pick a different color here and do this part. This is kind of just a peach color. Yeah, Afra seems very satisfied. This was apparently what she was waiting for, was this part. She's off stuffing herself full of food. Yeah, that'd be you. Stuffing yourself full of food. Honestly, birds. Honestly, all animals, but the bird's the only one that participates in art classes, so. Oh, no, the green's already there. What haven't I done? I want a little bit of yellow for the last little bit here. All right, there's my little yellow. You can see my little yellow and then my other colors up the side. I'm gonna do, I think maybe this whole big front chunk up till there in silver, because I like how the silver looks on here. Oh, and I need to do a color in the front too. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know what color I'll do in the front. Maybe that magenta. That's what we'll do. Hold on. I will do that as soon as I'm done with this silver. I'm gonna give, basically gonna make this poor dragonfly look like it has lips. It's gonna have big, fat, magenta lips. We're gonna just color in, which dragonflies don't really have lips, but so anthropomorphize as much as or as little as you want with this. I just like how this color comes out on the wood, so that's why. Magenta lips. And then I did the silver. You can see the silver here on both sides. And I need like maybe 2 more colors. I haven't done a green, so let's do a green. Ooh, let's try, so this is your bog standard green. And this one's as you can tell, is a slightly different. We're going to try the slightly different because I haven't used that guy on him at all yet. So we're going to do him down here. Ooh, that one's a little, so maybe that's why I didn't use the bog standard. Maybe in my heart of hearts I knew that it was, it's a little old. I think that one's a little dying, but nope, you just need to loosen up, that's all. Here he is. There, that came out good. Nice green. And then I basically need 2 more colors. Let's do purple. Classic purple. Up to here. I realize that also whether or not the purple works real well also has a lot to do with, not just the purple, but any of the colors, has a lot to do with the fact that the actual, like, how well the clothespin is done, like how well it's filed down. Purple, and we need 1 more color. Let's go with a light blue. I don't think I've used, oh yeah, no, I used the turquoise on the other side. Let's do, this has always been one of my, it's kind of like a jade-ish, it's always been one of my favorite Sharpie colors. That one definitely doesn't. Oh, there we go. Yes, I was aiming for a very colorful dragonfly, and that is what I, almost screwed up there. All right, so here is top, one side with eyeball, bottom, another side. So yeah, I mean, you can do just the top or the bottom. I decided I wanted to do the sides too because I really liked it and I had the time. As usual, I'm right about my half-an-hour mark. So yeah, so that's a dragonfly. I can fix him again here. Okay, fixed him. Now he's a little crooked, but that's okay. You can also do it with the paper. You can also do white paper if you want and decorate the paper as well. Yeah, so that's our dragonfly. And next week, we're going to be making, since it's June, we're going to be making rainbows. So basically what you need is at least, I believe it is 6 different colors of paper, or paper that you've colored. Classic rainbow colors or not are acceptable, completely up to you. And then you need some cotton balls. You only really need 2, but if you have more, that's fine. And you're going to need a ruler and scissors and a stapler. Or if you don't have a stapler, tape or glue will work. Stapler will work the best. I am going to probably do just the bog standard colors because that's what I happen to have in construction paper. But whatever you guys have will work just as well. And so yeah, we'll be making, and they're really cool little rainbows. They stand upright. Like you can set them down, so you can put them like on a windowsill. Yes, Afra. Afra likes rainbows. So yeah, we're gonna be making those next week. And yeah, so I hope to see you again next week, 2 o'clock as usual, Monday afternoon. And I hope you all have a great week. Thanks for watching.